From Hollywood, it is the Newlyweds. The bright lights of the television studio shimmer against the polished floor, casting a glow on the four couples who stand nervously yet excitedly at the center of the stage. Here are today's newlyweds, each with a story of a beginning, a promise, and the early days of a shared life. Couple number 1 exchanged rings 10 months ago, Jenna and Mike Marble, their smiles reflecting a year of discovery. Couple number 2 recited their vows just 4.5 weeks ago, Trisha and Daryl Williams, still enveloped in the sweet haze of the honeymoon phase. Couple number 3 joined together 16 months ago, Jen and Jacob Chavez, the seasoned veterans of today's group. And couple number 4 made it official 7.5 weeks ago, Shannon and Stan Duffy. And here is the star of the Newlywed Game, Bob Eubanks. He walks out to a roar of applause, his presence commanding yet warmly familiar. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Newlywed Game. Nice you could join us today. He turns to the contestants, his eyes twinkling with the mischief of the game. Couples, are you ready to play our game? A resounding yeah fills the studio. Then you know what? I want the ladies to go up to the soundproof area, so we can ask the husbands some questions. Would you please? As the wives make their way off stage, their laughter echoing in the rafters, Bob leans in toward the 4 men. And while the ladies are leaving, I would like to remind our husbands I will be asking you some 5-point questions. You will be answering these questions as you predict your wife will answer the same question when she returns. Now, remember, if her answer matches your prediction, you get 5 points. One couple with the most points at the end of the show wins a fabulous second honeymoon. So, gentlemen, if you are ready, smile for me now, guys. Here is your first question for 5 points. Gentlemen, will your wife say that recently she caused your blood pressure to skyrocket more because of something she said, something she did, something she bought, or something she forgot? Bob looks toward Stan first. What caused your blood pressure to skyrocket here, Stan? Stan shifts in his seat, a sheepish grin on his face. I would have to say it would be something she did. Something she did? Bob probes. Yeah. She just constantly hounding me about getting some, so Stan trails off with a chuckle. Gotcha, Bob says, moving to the next husband. Jacob. I would have to say it would be something she said, Jacob answers. Something she said? Yeah, she told me. Made you mad, her? Yeah, she told me the other night. She is like, well, is that it? Are you done? Bob raises an eyebrow. In a kidding way? Jacob nods. Yeah, of course. But I kind of take it personally. I got you, Bob replies. Daryl. I would, too, Daryl chimes in. Daryl, is it something she said, something she did, something she bought, or something she forgot? Something she forgot, Daryl says firmly. Something she forgot. Yeah. All right, fine. Mike, what do you think? Mike does not hesitate. I would have to say it is something she bought. Something she bought. Yeah, she likes to go shopping. The game moves forward with a rhythmic energy. All right, next question, gentlemen. Which room in your home, will your wife say, is the greenest? Which room in your home is the greenest? Jacob speaks up first. That would be the kids' room. The kids' room. Definitely. The kids' room. Right. No experience in the room. Bob looks puzzled. Pardon me? No experience in that room. You know, that is just the room where nothing happens. That is the kids' room, the nice room. Bob shakes his head slightly. Yeah, okay. He is on a different wavelength than I am, but that is all right. Daryl. I would have to say the den. The den is the greenest. The couch, the curtains, everything is green. Wonderful. Mike. The bedroom. The bedroom is the greenest. Yeah, she just went through and redid our entire bedroom set green. Okay. Stan. I would have to say it is the living room. The living room is the greenest. Nice big window, can see trees. All right, fine. Here is the last of our 5-point questions. Gentlemen, how will your wife say you would complete this sentence? This is you talking. Over the past 7 days, my wife has turned down whoopee blank times, and I have turned it down how many times? Over the past 7 days, Daryl, your wife has turned down Whoopi how many times? I would say 4 times. And you have turned it down? None. None. Bob grins. Red-blooded American guy here. Mike, your wife's turned down Whoopi how many times? 0. And you have turned it down? 0. Okay. Oh, well, that is not good. I mean, how many times did he offer it? Maybe that was 0, too. Stan. I would have to say she has turned it down 0, and me, once. Once, okay. Jacob. 0 and 0. 0 and 0. All right. Gentlemen, thank you. We will be right back to reunite our newlyweds. We will see how well our husbands have predicted what their wives will say right after these messages. The studio lights dim momentarily before flashing back to life. We are back to the newlywed game. Gentlemen, we have recorded your predictions on cards and now have them flat on your laps. Each time that your prediction matches your wife's answer, you get 5 points. One couple with the most points at the end of the show wins a great grand prize. That is a fabulous second honeymoon. So here is your first question, ladies. Recently, have you caused your husband's blood pressure to skyrocket more because of something you did, something you said, something you did not do, something you forgot, or something you bought? What caused his blood pressure to skyrocket? Shana. Something I said, Shannon replies. Something you said. All right. Bob looks at Stan's card. He said it was definitely something. Card, please. That you bought. You know, those shopping sprees. Shannon laughs. I have gone on some shopping sprees. Yeah. Trisha. Definitely something I forgot. What did you forget? I forget everything. You do. You forgot what you forgot, didn't you? Pretty much. Yeah. All right. Daryl said definitely it was something that you forgot. Yeah. She beams. A match. All right, Jen, was it something you did, said, forgot, or bought? Something I did. Something you did. We got in a fight, and the way that I was acting towards him during the fight. Oh, okay. Jacob predicted you would say it was something that you said that caused his blood pressure to skyrocket. Oh, sorry. Jorna. Bob turns to the First Lady. Well, I would say something I forgot, because he is saying I always forget things. Something you forgot. Yes. Okay. He said it made him mad it was over something that you did. Jorna looks surprised. What did I do? You are constantly asking for some and raising my blood pressure. Yeah. The audience erupts in giggles. Next question. Ladies, which room in your home is the greenest? Trisha. My den. Your den. Is it his den, too? No, it is mine. It is just your den. Okay. Daryl said it is definitely the den. Yes. Does he get to go in the den? Very seldom. Only passing through, Bob. Going through the kitchen. Going through the kitchen. I see. Jen. The living room. Living room. He said the greenest room is the kid's room. Oh, gosh. That is not green. That is grey. Why did you say the kid's room, Jacob? It is not green. It is grey. Jacob leans forward. Yeah, I was pertaining to green as far as experience goes. Bob sighs. You have a one-track mind, don't you? Yeah, I am sorry. Yeah. Shannon. I would say the bathroom because of the mildew. We live close to the beach, so we have mildew. Because of the mildew? Yeah. Okay. Stan. Stan said it is the living room. That is where we can see out the window and see the backyard and the trees and everything. But the backyard isn't in the living room. It is in the living room. And we don't have that much mildew in our bathroom, either. Jonna. The bedroom. The bedroom. He predicted you would say the bedroom. Yeah. Another match. Okay, here is the last of our 5-point questions. Ladies, how did your husband complete this sentence? This is him talking. He said, over the past 7 days, my wife has turned down Whoopi blank times, and I have turned it down how many times? Past 7 days, Jen, you have turned it down how many times? Twice. Twice. He has turned it down how many? None. None. Bob looks at the card. He said, "Yeah, you big bragger, Jacob." He said 0 and 0. "You never turn it down, Jen." "Yeah, but I am tired when you come home from work, and I am like, you guys need to turn it down." "Yeah." Shannon. "I would say 0 and 0. 0 and 0. He predicted over the last 7 days you have turned it down. He has turned it down once." "When did you turn it down?" "A couple of days ago when I was a little bit tired." "Yeah." "He fell asleep, and it was too late." "Jenna, last 7 days, you have turned it down how many times?" 0. "And he has turned it down?" 0. 0. He predicted 0 and 0. "We don't ever turn it down." "Trisha, you have turned it down how many times?" 0. "And he has turned it down?" "He tried to turn it down 0, I mean once." "Once, but you wouldn't let him." "I would say 0, no." 0. "All right, you know what he said?" "He probably said I have turned it down, but he is lying." "Oh, yeah, he said that." "He said you have turned it down 4 times." "I will now." "Yeah. I got a hunch it is going to be 8 times now." We will be right back to see how well the wives can predict what their husbands will say right after this message. Hey, is the honeymoon over? More Newlyweds and me, Bob Eubanks, coming up on Buzzer. We will be right back, everybody. The cameras reset, and the stage is prepared for the second half. All right, ladies, now your husbands are secluded off stage. It is your turn to predict what they will say. And remember, each of these questions will be answered and will now be worth 10 points. First one, ladies, will your husband say you think he has more of a simple mind, a twisted mind, or a dirty mind? Jen, does he have a simple mind, a twisted mind, or a dirty mind? A twisted mind. Yeah, I was going to ask you. Because all his ideas are way off. He is twisted. He is very twisted. Really? Yes. No kidding. Okay, Trisha? Dirty mind. He got a dirty mind. Definitely dirty mind. Wow. Dirty. That is all he thinks about all the time. You saw his answer, right? 0. 0, yeah. That is all he thinks about. Huh. I am sorry. I am not. Oh, you are